Chapter 47. Frank. Frank was so stunned that Hazel had to yell his name a dozen times before he realized that Alclonius was getting up again. He slammed his shield into the giant's nose until Alclonius began to snore. Meanwhile, the glacier kept crumbling, the edge getting closer and closer. Thanatos glided towards them on black wings, his expression serene. "Ah, yes," he said with satisfaction. "There go some souls. Drowning. You best hurry, my friends, or you'll drown too." "But Percy," Frank could barely speak his friend's name, "is he—" "Too soon to tell. As for this one," Thanatos looked down at Alclonius with distaste, "you'll never kill him here." "You know what to do." Frank nodded numbly. "I think I do." "Then our business is complete." Frank and Hazel exchanged nervous looks. Hazel faltered. "You mean you won't? You're not going to—" "Claim your life?" Thanatos asked. "Well, let's see." He pulled a pure black iPad from thin air. Death tapped the screen a few times, and all Frank could think was, "Please don't let there be an app for reaping souls." "I don't see you on the list," Thanatos said. "Pluto gives me specific orders for escaped souls, you see. For some reason he has not issued a warrant for yours. Perhaps he feels your life is not finished, or it could be an oversight. If you'd like me to call and ask—" "No!" Hazel yelped. "That's okay!" "Are you sure?" Def said helpfully. "I have a video conferencing enabled. I have his Skype address here somewhere." "Really, no!" Hazel looked as if several thousand pounds of worry had just been lifted from her shoulders. "Thank you." Alclonius mumbled. Frank hit him over the head again with the shield. Death looked up from his iPad. "As for you, Frank Zhang, it isn't your time either. You've got a little fuel left to burn. But I don't think I'm doing either of you a favor. We will meet again under less pleasant circumstances." The cliff was still crumbling. The edge was only 20 feet away now. Arian whinnied impatiently. Frank knew they had to leave, but there was one more question he had to ask. "What about the doors of death?" he said. "Where are they? How can we close them?" Yes." A look of irritation flickered across Thanatos' face. "The doors of me. Closing them won't be good, but I fear its power is beyond my power. How you would do it, I haven't the faintest idea. I can't tell you exactly where they are. The location isn't... Well, it's not entirely a physical place. They must be located through questing. I can tell you to start your search in Rome, the original Rome. You will need a special guide. Only one sort of demigod can read the signs that will ultimately lead you to the doors of me." Cracks appeared in the ice under their feet. Hazel patted Arian's neck to keep him from bolting. "What about my brother?" she asked. "Is Nico alive?" Thanatos gave her a strange look, possibly pity, though that didn't seem like an emotion Death would understand. "You will find the answer in Rome, and now I must fly south to your Camp Jupiter. I have a feeling there'll be many souls to reap very soon. Farewell, demigods. We will meet again." Thanatos disappeared into black smoke. The cracks widened in the ice under Frank's feet. "Hurry!" he told Hazel. "We got to take Alclonius about 10 miles due north." He climbed onto the giant's chest, and Arian took off, raging across the ice, dragging Alclonius like the world's ugliest sled. It was a short trip. Arian rode the glacier like a highway, zipping across the ice, leaping crevices, and skidding down slopes that would have made a snowboarder's eyes light up. Frank didn't have to knock out Alclonius too many times, because the giant's head kept bouncing and hitting the ice. As they raced along, the half-conscious golden boy mumbled a tune that sounded like Jingle Bells. Frank felt pretty stunned himself. He just turned into an eagle and a bear. He could still feel fluid energy rippling through his body, like he was halfway between a solid and a liquid state. Not only that, Hazel had said that he had released Death, and both of them had survived. And Percy? Frank swallowed down his fear. Percy had gone over the side of the glacier to save them. The son of Neptune shall drown. No. Frank refused to believe that Percy was dead. They hadn't come all this way just to lose their friend. Frank would find him. But first, they had to deal with Alclonius.